Shall I just do my chat?
Yes.
Okay, all right then. So I'm Victoria Aseervatham from the Rough Sleeping Commissioning. I don't know whether to look there or there. Victoria Aseervatham from the Rough Sleeping Commissioning team. So at Westminster City Council, so we commission services for rough sleepers, outreach services, day centres, hostels, accommodation. And I think Paul wants to tell me about. I think I'm going to tell the story of how I met Paul. That's what I'm going to tell. Yeah. Okay, all right then. So, but he kind of said to me, "How did you get into this line of work, and how did we hook up?" So, starting a very long time ago. So, well, when I was little, my parents both worked in mental health, so they were always very much about kind of understanding people. So, any bad behaviour, they were like, "Well, what are the reasons? What's that person experiencing? What's the reasons for?" Like to the nth degree, they were like that. Anyway. So then I grew up a bit more, and I got into housing. I did like social policy at uni, and started as a housing officer. And then I'd go on the mental health training, and it'd be more about the chemicals in the brain. And I thought, oh, that's not really what my mum and dad were talking about. But frankly, they got a lot of things wrong. So anyway, I didn't think anymore. So I moved on from proper council housing to supported housing and hostel work, and then I came here to Westminster City Council. And I can remember the day I read that paper about personality disorder, and I was like, no longer diagnosed with exclusion. I think it's 2003, and I read it, and I was like, this is it. This is everything. This is the understanding. This hostel work isn't about providing a roof to people. It's about helping put people back together, and this is what it's about. So I was so excited by that agenda. So really, since then, I mean, I'm in commissioning, so I do a lot of. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. I do my finance, do contracting, contract management, but I've really tried my best to kind of use my influence to develop the work, sort of strengthen the work of workers, to work with people around personality disorders, to make the difference really, to help people. Yeah. So that is kind of how I got around to meeting Paul, because I was wanted to run this CUF personality disorder training. I sent one of our lead counsellor John Connolly, who's on the other video, and the story's actually on there, isn't it? The story's on that.
That's right.
So and they hooked up, and then John introduced me to Paul, and I can honestly think you were the first person that I've ever met who was out the other side, because we meet so many people in such a bad way on the street, such a bad way, and you think, can people really get better? And maybe if you don't see them, you think prison, died. You know, or because they go off to treatment, we never see them again. You know, hopefully it's all right, or they get sectioned off in the ambulance, don't see them again. We see people that, and we don't see people with the other. So you were the first person I met who said, "Hey, I was there. This is a photograph of me. I was, and I'm better." Tell me more. So every time I see you, I always learn something. Every single time, absolutely. So and it's been a pleasure seeing the work that you've done with John. All these new, really new ways of working that, like you said, just kind of common sense. Well, it's not. It's because you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, stuff at Hopkinson House, that anger group at Connections.
Wow, that's really evolved. Because I haven't been for a little while to the anger group, and the other day, well, a couple of weeks ago, when me and John met up, and he invited me to come down for one I hadn't been for a little while, like I say. And I joined the group, and the whole dynamic's changed, and it's in a really good way. And it's like, and John was saying, it's more of like a therapy group now, sort of thing. And the guy, we're getting like regular attendance, and I think he said somewhere in between average of like 6 to 11 or more people on a regular basis. And there's some real amazing people in that group, sort of thing. I really enjoyed it, and John said that basically whenever I've got a free Monday, I'm more than welcome to pop in at any time, sort of thing. So,
And it was you that started out. Your wisdom, the experience of the AA model, that with John, kind of, because it's not many NHS people that take a risk, want to break out of conventional ways of working, come to understand the dividends that it's paid. Amazing.
I mean, I was surprised when John told me, when we first met, and he said to me that he's about the only councillor, at least that he's aware of, in perhaps the whole of England, that is actually willing to work with the homeless. because nobody else would, because they were saying like, well, no, they need somewhere to live first, they need to be a stable or they need to address their alcohol issue first, and
barriers.
Yeah, absolutely, sort of thing. And I was really amazed, to be quite honest. I thought, wow, I had no idea. It just never occurred to me, I guess. And that's why I think what he's doing is just fantastic. It's just amazing. You know what I mean? Because they need that space sometimes, and you know, where else can they get somebody that can just like, you know what, this has happened and whatever, blah blah blah. So, and that's what kind of I'm hoping this whole channel will be as well. I mean, like I said in the 40-minute video, part of it is that, I mean, I haven't got like grandiose ideas. I'm not saying that this is going to be some great flipping thing.
No, I know, I'm like you. I'm not polished, but I'm a Cancerian. You're a Leo. So anyway, you're here to drag me to do this. That's the difference. You should come and sit here in front of me. Come and sit here.
So...
Yes, that's the difference. It's being real, isn't it? Do you know what?
No,
it's not
exactly.
about that. It's being a real point. You were there. I saw that photo of you. You said, I had blood pouring out of my arm, but I still wanted that next drink. That's how strong the addiction. All these things I've learned from you along the way. The thing, it's a real voice, somebody out the other end. It's fantastic. You don't have to be polished, be real. Be authentic.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and I think that's what I want this channel to do. I want the channel, hopefully, I want people to subscribe. People like yourself, other frontline staff and that, hopefully they can get on board. I want people to send me stuff if they want to do a little video themselves. A couple of other things that I might try to do if I can, if it's advisable. One is maybe interview somebody at the Passage, you know, staff at the Passage perhaps, if they're amenable to that. You know, stuff like that. So basically, like I say, trying to sort of just get the awareness out there, get people on board. And if people can come up with ideas, suggestions, you know, I was in Thailand one time and they've got this, blah, 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 and I thought it was a really good idea, maybe we could use it here, you know, stuff like that sort of thing. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And like I say, I just hope people subscribe, and please subscribe, and let's try and see where we can take this.
Lovely.
I mean, I've seen a few other, very quickly, I just made me think of this amazing thing. If you get the chance to see it, it'll have you, it broke my heart, but in a good way, sort of thing, in a way. There's a couple of videos about homelessness, mostly set in America, and they've got this video. There's I think it's called, I think called Rekindle or something they're called. I can't quite remember the name of it. And there's this American guy and his daughter, and they've set up this thing, and they've done this a few videos on their channel now. And one of them is a compilation of all these different homeless videos that are on the internet there and on YouTube, and it's all people stopping to help a homeless person do something or whatever. And there's one where you see these, do you know those anonymous people with the anonymous mask, you know, and all that sort of thing. And they're marching down. I don't know where it is. So I'm not too sure, but it's somewhere in England. And they're marching down the street, and there's a homeless guy there with a flat cap, funny enough, like mine, and he sat there, and and they all stop. And you hear them on the video, somebody says like, this is the reason why we're marching. And this, I don't know how, that guy must have been his luckiest day in his life. He must have made £100 in that moment, because people were just like, because there was a big march, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how many people, hundreds of people walking there, and they got all the people in the march to put in his hat sort of thing. But then, the best one I think is there was this guy, and they did this, it's a bit like a social experiment thing. And what happened was there was this black American guy, and he sat in the corner. This guy's passed him a few times apparently. So they decided with the local shopkeeper, what they were going to do was they were going to pretend that he's got a winning lottery ticket, and he gave £1,000 or $1,000 to the shopkeeper of his own money, and says, right, when we come in, say it's a winning ticket and give him the £1,000.
Okay.
So this is what they did. And this man's reaction, like I say, just brought, every time I think about it, it brings tears to my eyes. This black dude, he was like so grateful, and he started crying. And he wanted to share the money with the man. He says, oh, thanks for giving us, but I want to share it. And he goes like, no, it's all yours, bro, it's all yours. And again, he went on to change his life. People saw this video, they got on, they sort of crowdfunded, he got an apartment. They got him an apartment and everything, and now he's working. Do you know what I mean?
So like people power and kindness.
It just, it's so moving to watch. It really is. But yeah, so I mean, you know, like I say, I don't know if ours will ever be that, but you know, let's give it a go at least.
Good stuff.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much, Victoria.
No problem. Now, I wonder if I said what I thought I was going to say.